spending 8 years in prison for a crime that her alleged victim says she did not commit. Lorinda Swain is getting out of prison, at least for now. This is a story that we have been covering faithfully since 2006 after Swain's accuser, her adopted son, recanted his story that Swain performed oral sex on him when he was just 14. Today, a judge ordering or granting her release, I should say, pending the decision on a retrial in the case. 24-hour News 8's Joe LaFergie on top of this one for us tonight. Joe, what's the latest?
Yeah, Brian, Lorinda Swain, it'll be at least a day, maybe more, before she is released from a state prison on the other side of the state. Now, while the courts consider this a temporary release, her family says they think she's coming home for good. The worried look on her face replaced by a quick "I love you." The next time Lorinda Swain sees her family, she'll be free. The judge making the decision Swain, her parents George and Faye Johnson, and her accuser, son Ronnie, have been waiting for.
Circumstances of this case.
A Calhoun County judge ordering Swain released until a new trial can be held in connection with the alleged molestation of Ronnie 9 years ago. Ronnie told anyone who would listen, including the courts, he lied. There was no molestation. The court finally listened last week, ordering a new trial in the case. Today, the judge ordered Swain free until that happens. While prosecutors plan to appeal the judge's ruling on a new trial, Swain's family is convinced the hard part is over and their daughter will be free for good.
I think the judge...
There's no chance of a retrial, really. I mean, they have got no witnesses.
Now, there's a process, of course, here involved. Swain has to be returned from the Calhoun County Jail where she was being held for court hearings to the Huron Correctional Facility. Once the paperwork is completed, she'll be released to her parents. No word yet on when that'll happen. Her parents hope it's in the next day or so. Now, among those who will be at the prison when she was released is her accuser, of course, her son Ronnie. We'll have reaction from him coming up at 6.
The lawyers agree this was the biggest hurdle that she had to clear?
Well, her parents do, and for the most part, the legal community does. I mean, consider they still have to, the prosecution still has to prove that they don't need this retrial and that she should stay in prison, that that guilty verdict should stay. But right now, even the judge said in court today that there's really no convincing evidence that this happened.
Okay.